بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا وسيئات أعمالنا من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلله فلا هادي له أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله أوصيكم وإياي أولا بتقوى الله فقد فاز المتقون. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. Inshallah, to all the sisters and brothers, let us begin our day with the morning azkar. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala ali Muhammad kama sallaita ala Ibrahim wa ala ali Ibrahim innaka hamidun majid. Allahumma bika asbahna وبك أمسينا وبك نحيا وبك نموت وإليك النشور. بسم الله الذي لا يضر مع اسمه شيء في الأرض ولا في السماء وهو السميع العليم. رضيت بالله ربا وبالإسلام دينا وبمحمد نبيا. اللهم زدنا علما نافعا ورزقا طيبا وعملا متقبلا. يا مقلب القلوب ثبت قلوبنا على دينك وعلى طاعتك. اللهم أدخلنا جنتك وأجرنا من النار. يا حي يا قيوم برحمتك نستغيث أنت شافع لا شفاءة إلا شفاء اشفينا جميعا. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. وصلى الله على محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين والحمد لله رب العالمين. آمين يا رب العالمين. Alhamdulillah, to all the sisters and brothers, we know that we are entering the 9th day. Today will be the 9th day of fasting. 10 already. Alhamdulillah. I mean, the first 10 is ending today. When you say fasting, if it's divided into 3 parts, then the first 10 is ending. This is also telling us how fast times moves. They say time flies today. But Alhamdulillah, I believe all of us have tried our level best to benefit the first 10 of Ramadan by keeping asking Allah for His mercy, for His blessing, for His forgiveness, for His protection to us, to our children, and also to all the Muslims wherever they are. We always pray and hope that from time to time there are more peace for the Ummah, for the Muslim. This is our prayer. We always hope for that. But in reality, we know that thing is not helping the world. The world is talking about peace. I engaged in the World Peace Forum. Everybody was talking about peace. But the only group of people who don't appreciate peace, through our conclusion, is the politician. Politicians love to divide and rule, where all religion promote peace. And Islam is the only religion that have this peace greeting, Assalamu alaikum. A very beautiful greeting. Wherever we go, we always promote peace. I think personally, it's very important for us as fellow Muslims to have a lot of patience to face all the challenges that we have been tested, part of Allah's Qadr. Today we are going to continue on page 74, if I'm not wrong. Yeah? Trying those whom Allah loves. This is the subtitle. Before that, I'd like to bring all the sisters and the brother to Surah Al-Ankabut. You know, Surah Al-Ankabut is spider, a surah of the spider. Allah started by saying Alif Lam Mim. 3 letters that only Allah knows the meaning. We just recite the ayah, the letters, and then the meaning we leave it to Allah, because no one knows. Even Prophet Muhammad never elaborate these 3 letters, yeah, or all the separate letters in the beginning of the surah. Then Allah continue by saying, Ahasiban nas an yutraku an yakulu amanna wa hum la yuftanun. Allah now is asking all of us, do mankind think that they will be left alone on saying we believe? Meaning, after we said that we are believing nation, we are the believing people, do you think that Allah will just leave you alone? Allah said, no, وَهُمْ لَا يُفْتَنُونَ, and not to be tried, meaning you can just claim and say anything you want to say. Of course, it's up to you to say what you want to say. But to Allah, He will not acknowledge your Iman until He put us to a test. Why Allah do that? وَلَقَدْ فَتَنَّ الَّذِينَ مِنْ قَبْلِهِمْ فَلَيَعْلَمَنَّ اللَّهُ الَّذِينَ صَدَقُوا وَلَيَعْلَمَنَّ الْكَاذِبِينَ. Now Allah is telling us, yeah, clearly in the Quran, and certainly we tried those before them. They are nation ummah before all of us, who also claim to be the believers, and Allah have tried those before them. So Allah will certainly know those who are true in their faith, and He will certainly know the liars. There are 2 groups of people. First group claim to be a believer, but only Allah knows whether they are just lip service or they are true believers. The second group then are those who are very sincere in what they say. What they say is what in their heart. Today we know there's a lot of people, they say something, what is hidden is another thing. We experience that in a relationship also. We know people say something, but the way they act is differently. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, certainly we will put all of them to a test again, like how we have tested the early nation. Then Allah Rabbul Alamin continue, Am hasibal lazina ya'maluna sayyat ay yasbiquna sa'a wa ma yahkumun. Or do they who work evil think that they will escape us? Evil is that they judge. Now Allah is telling us that a lot of people are doing a lot of bad things, and they thought that they can escape because they are smart, they have the authority, and they have so many friends who can help them. But Allah Rabbul Alamin is telling us that no, all of you will be judged by Allah Rabbul Alamin. And Allah continue. I just want to end on verse 5. Man kana yarju liqa Allah. Man kana yarju liqa Allah fa inna ajalallahi la'at وَهُوَ السَّمِيعُ الْعَلِيمُ. Whoever hope to meet Allah, the term appointed by Allah will then most surely come. Means, of course, we are going to see Him sooner or later, whether we are prepared or not, ready or not, you have to go. And remember, He, Allah, the all-hearing, Sami'un al-Alim, and also the all-knowing. This new ayah actually reminds us about the importance of be aware of Allah's Qadr, the all-knowing, then all-seeing. Now let us go back to the book. Trying those whom Allah loves. Affliction is a means of trying those whom Allah loves. After passing the test or the trial, they become even more beloved and closer to Allah. Aisha, Ummul Mu'mineen, reported that the Prophet ﷺ said, Inna salihina yushaddidu alayhim. Indeed, affliction is intensified for the righteous. Anybody who wants to be more righteous, don't think that I'm going to be more righteous, but I think smooth sailing. No. We all know it's not easy to be good sometimes. Children also is telling us. My grandson also talked to me like this. Say, Kong, to be good so difficult. Huh? I say, hard, very hard. Because to be good, you have to listen and follow. Listen. People just don't want to listen. They want to do what they want to do. Children is children, But this is part of the Qada and Qadar. Anas radiallahu anhu reported that the Prophet ﷺ said, Inna izam al-jaza'i ma'al izam al-bala' wa inna Allah ta'ala iza habba qawman ibtalahum faman radi' falahu rida wa man saqit falahu saqat. The rewards from Allah's magnitude is according to an affliction magnitude. The more Allah tests us, the more reward Allah gives it to you. When Allah loves some people, He afflicts them with a lot of challenges, obstacles. He who is content with Allah decree, rida, means you accept it and move on. Then Allah will accept whatever you have done. Your patience will be rewarded according to your acceptance towards the trial. And there's another group that the Prophet said, and he who is discontent with the will of Allah attain Allah's anger. Man saqat, that you are not happy, you complain, you keep on complaining, why me, why like this, why like that. You can say what you want to say. This is being human. That means you are expressing yourself now. If you know how to control yourself and not to express it, it's always better. But when you cannot understand the qadar of Allah, it's good to express, but not to just anybody. You can express how you feel about things, but you don't share it with people who are very weak in their Iman. Don't share with the children. Now the children will create another kind of fitan. They will run far away from Islam. They say, oh, I don't want to go through all these kind of challenges. But if you get a stronger person, a scholar, and you express yourself, scholar will help you out. That is good. Islam do not want you to keep everything to yourself. There are times that you know that you have to express, you have to talk to somebody, but get the right person to talk to. If not, then you may encounter other problems. No, there are people who have problems, they want some good advice. But if they go to the wrong advisor, the people will just condemn them and say, oh, your Iman is weak. Khalas. Your Iman is gone now. So you must have patience. No, people who don't have the right understanding will give you the wrong advice, and this can put you further. And that's why there are some children say, if this is how, they always say about what I'm going to share with them, I don't want to talk to them, and I don't believe in all this. I think it's nonsense. We understand what I'm trying to share with you, sister. We all have problems, but if you think you can overcome by yourself, do it. If you think positively, remember I always quote this hadith, and all of us, the elder sisters, the seniors here, they have memorized. When anything bad happens, what do we say? Qadr Allah wa ma sha'a fa'al. First thing that you have to do this is to free yourself. Bari'u mink. You free yourself from entertaining all the negative feeling. Just say Qadr Allah wa ma sha'a fa'al. Allah, the all-powerful, He do whatever He wants. I just have to have the patience and understanding and move on. You don't understand, go to a right scholar, share your feeling, your experience with them. But don't express to people who are weaker than you. They will get more negative. They say, that's why I also have problem. I also have this feeling, whether God exists or not. If He exists, why He let this thing happen? He is so powerful. He can do anything. He sees everything. He knows everything. But He let everything happen. Our Iman, if we are not strong, we also start to develop that doubt. We know when we start to change. Most of the sisters here who are 40 above, I give you some credit, 40 above, not 50 above. Second, baligh. We know when we started to change. We did not start when we are young. Once upon a time, everybody know, you look into your old album, you know how you look like. Alhamdulillah. Colorful, graceful. You can do almost anything. And only Allah knows how many times you worship Allah and how many times you fast. But Alhamdulillah, we change. But we do not know about our future generation. We don't know. Allah is sure to test them more. We have been following what is happening in Sri Lanka, and people are praying very hard. There will be peace. But what is important, what happened to us, sisters and brothers, can happen again. They say history repeat. We hope that our weaknesses will not carry out by our or inherit by our future generation. So when we change, we make sure that we try our best to make sure our children change. Why? It's for their children. It's for our grandchildren. If we are relaxed now, they are more relaxed, and future generation just get very confused. Sa'ad ibn Abi Waqqas, one of the companion of our beloved Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, reported that our Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said to us, "Ashaddun nas bala'an al-anbiya." The most afflicted among the people are not just us. It started from the prophets. All the prophets which Allah have sent to us. And if you look into the history, why Allah sent so many prophets? Because Allah knows our weaknesses. Allah who created us know that we are people who are very forgetful. Especially forgetting what Allah wants us to do is the best. We thought that we know better. Allah knows we are ghaflah min al-ghafilin. And that's why there one ayah Allah said, وَلَقَدْ زَرَعْنَا لِجَهَنَّمَ كَثِيرًا مِنَ الْجِنِّ وَالْإِنسِ لَهُمْ قُلُوبٌ لَا يَفْقَهُونَ بِهَا وَلَهُمْ أَعْيُنٌ لَا يُبْصِرُونَ بِهَا وَلَهُمْ آذَانٌ لَا يَسْمَعُونَ بِهَا أُولَئِكَ كَالْأَنْعَامِ بَلْ هُمْ أَضَلُّ أُولَئِكَ هُمُ الْغَافِلُونَ. Allah is telling us that indeed He has prepared hell, and the majority of the inhabitants of hell is jinn and human. Jinn and we. Why? Because Allah gives us the heart. We are heartless people. Allah gives us the eye. We don't see the way Allah wants us to see things. So many things happening. Killing here, killing there. And we still allow more killing to happen. What do you gain from killing? Yeah, fighting, war. What do you gain? At the end, everybody is suffering. The country suffered, the people suffered, children suffer, innocent people who suffer. We have the eye to see all this that is happening around us, but we never learn. We have the ear to hear the news. The same thing, it never changed our feeling at all. We just don't care. Not me, not my country, not my family. You want to wait that this thing come to you, then only you realize. That's why Allah said, if you don't have the heart to think, no, the heart is for you to think. لَهُمْ قُلُوبٌ لَا يَفْقَهُونَ بِهَا. If you have the eye, you don't reflect. And you have the ear, you do not learn from what you hear. Allah said, you are just like animals. You are like cattle. And the worst thing, بَلْ هُمْ أَضَلُّ. Some animal, you can educate them. And they can follow. And human, you keep on telling them, and they keep on going against you, disobey you. And that's why Allah said, أُولَٰئِكَ هُمُ الْغَافِلُونَ. They are people who are heedless. They don't care that. And that's why Allah sent prophet after prophet, just to keep on reminding all of us, be careful. The day will come that when we return back to Allah, all of us will be judged by Him. So you have to change before it's too late. So all the prophet was sent by Allah to remind the people. Do they have a lot of followers? Majority of the prophet? No. The messenger, the first messenger, Noah alayhi salam, called his people for 950 years. In return, what he get? Anybody reward him in this life? Nothing. And Allah tested them with what? Even his son go against him. That is a very big test for a prophet. When your immediate family go against you, it's harder for you to convince others. It's harder for you to tell other people to do good. See, even your own son, you fail to save him. Don't talk to us. Don't tell us what is good and bad. Talk to your son first. Normally people will do that, you know. But a prophet is a prophet. He just convey the message. وَمَا عَلَيْنَا إِلَّا الْبَلَاءُ وَاللَّهُ يَهْدِي مَنْ يَشَاءُ. They know that Allah have reminded them their duty is to convey the message. Allah give hidayah. Even no followers, you have done your duty. Now, we have the last prophet, Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. There's no prophet after him. And the duty to carry on the mission, to remind others is upon us now. Whether your children is going to change or not, whether they want to change in when you are still alive or not, we don't know. But what should we do? What should we do? Talk to them and then after 9 times, 10 times, khalas. No, talk to his son and to his people for how long? 950 years. 950 years. We don't advise a friend more than 10 times sometimes. 2, 3 times, khalas, enough. His heart is like a rock, khalas. Hati batu, you see. It's our duty to move in slowly with wisdom. Yeah? Lut alayhi salam. Allah tested the wife, the one who is so close to him. Allah is telling us the relationship between man, husband and wife is like what? It's like what, brother and sister? It's like garment. Allahu Akbar. Garment is the closest to our body. If not, we are all naked. Because of the garment, we look good. If not, you go walk naked, even how beautiful you are. The people who look at you may have two thoughts. One, they feel good just for the eye. But if you can't come to me, I think they will run away. They say, maybe something is wrong with your inside here. That's why you walk naked. Sometimes we do not know why people do that. What do you want to tell the world? The most afflicted among the people are the prophets. Then the best. Then the next best. Meaning, if you come back to Islam, the Prophet said, Khairun nas qarni, thumma allazina yalunahum, thumma allazina yalunahum. Yeah, the best people is the people live in my time with the prophets. And then the next generation, the Sahaba Tabi'in now. Sahaba is the first generation. Now you go to the second generation called Tabi'in. And the third generation, Tabi'in. Why do you call Tabi'in? You remember this term? Why do you name them Tabi'in? Why the Prophet called them Tabi'in? Sisters, what is Tabi'in? Yeah? What is this word? This word. What do this word Taba'a means? Taba'a means the followers. Yang mengikut. Like Allah says in Surah Taubah, وَالسَّابِقُونَ الْأَوَّلُونَ مِنَ الْمُحَاجِرِينَ وَالْأَنصَارِ وَالَّذِينَ اتَّبَعُوهُم بِإِحْسَانٍ. In the Quran, Allah used this term, tabi', meaning those who follow. Follow with an open mind. Eye open, ear open, heart open. Not blind follower. A blind follower, majority of us are blind follower. A blind follower is not called tabi'in or tabi'in. They are called muqallidin. This is blind follower. Majority of the ummah are blind follower. Why you pray? My father called me to pray. My mother called me to pray. Why you fast? Everybody want me to fast. They don't have the understanding. Why you read the Quran? Everybody send me to the Quran class. They want me to recite. So I recite. Until now, they don't even understand Fatiha. Do we understand Fatiha, sisters? If our children ask us, what is Al-Fatiha? What is our answer to them? What is Al-Fatiha? Everybody, let us say Al-Fatiha, Al-Fatiha. What is Al-Fatiha? What will be our answer? Our sister here say, Alhamdulillah, Rabbil Alamin. No, the meaning. The opening. The meaning literally is the opening. That means the opening of the chapter, the opening of the whole Quran. Started from Al-Fatiha. And some Muslims love to learn something from the hadith for their own benefit. If you ask them, have you finished reciting the Quran, Khatam Quran? Majority of us, have you Khatam Quran? Alhamdulillah. Yeah. And how many juzu you're in now today? 10 Ramadan now. So how many juzu? Alhamdulillah, 20 juzu. If you cannot hit 20 juzu, 2 juzu. At least we are doing something. Then nothing. Do. But how many people understand what they have recited? Very little. How can the Quran benefit them? They read without understanding. Have we been reciting At-Tahiyyatul Mubarakatul Salawatul Tayyibatu Lillah? Have we been reciting that? What is the meaning of that? Never mind. Next time. The difference between Tabi'in, they follow with knowledge. They don't follow blindly. Then the hadith continue. A person is afflicted in accordance with his faith. Allahu Akbar. Allah Rabbul Alameen is very just and very fair. He said, La yukallifallahu nafsan illa wus'aha. He will never burden anybody. Whatever he wants you to do is something he knows. You can, if you want. Prayer 5 times a day. Is that difficult? 10 minutes per prayer. If you want. If you. Allah, you can waste time connecting your friend, chatting in their smartphone for hours and hours. And you don't feel tired. This is just 10 minutes per prayer. Is that difficult? Alhamdulillah, last night we were discussing with some brothers who was also revert like me. He also shared his feeling. I always remind all the revert brothers and sisters how busy you are, how weak you are, how ignorant you are. Don't miss your prayer. You will see the blessing of not missing your prayer. I say, I never miss my prayer, even I've gone through all the difficult time. And that brother said, one of the things that I never miss is my prayer. And now I realize, but at that time I don't know anything, but I pray. But now he realized, Alhamdulillah. We will be tested in accordance with our faith. If our faith is firm, then his affliction is intense, like all the prophets. We are no prophet, so that's why our faith is weak, and then Allah will test us according to our ability. And if his or her faith is weak, his affliction is lighter. Indeed, a servant of Allah continued to be subjected to adversity until he walked among the people free of sin. There will come a time you just keep on moving. Don't stop moving. is like the water that flow. The river, if the water from the river keep on flowing, you will see the water will be clean and fresh. If any of this water just move sideways and get stuck in one small pool, one small area, what happened to that water? What will happen to the water? Yeah, then the water will be contaminated. Animals may fall in, die inside. People may urine, and then it get dirty and it get polluted, and nobody want to use that water. And that's why when we are going to the river, any river, when the running water is there, even people is urinating down up there, you don't have to worry. Yeah. You can drink the water here, no problem, halal, because it is a running water. So Allah will clean it while it's moving, and the earth, stone, the leaf, yeah, will act like a cleansing, yeah, element to the water, yeah, but must move forward. Yeah. This is to remind us that the Qada of Allah Rabbul Alameen is always very fair. The only thing that sometimes we give up too soon. Allah loves you. He's just alerting you, reminding you, but you just stop moving. And that's why Allah Rabbul Alameen asks us, Fas'alu ahli zikr in kuntum la ta'lamun. Thing that you do not know. Why this, why that? Ask the right people. People who have the right understanding, then they will show you. This is to show Allah loves you. That's why He let you go through this. What you have to do is reda. Increase the reda. Meaning you must be pleased with what Allah have ordained upon you. Expediting the punishment. Affliction is a means of punishing a believer with the lesser suffering in this life instead of the greater suffering of the hereafter. If you're given a choice, do you want to be punished here or punished there? Choose here. But human like us who are weak in Iman, no. Anything, delay lah. Delay first. Let me enjoy my life first. You can enjoy. Islam never forbid you to entertain yourself. You want what kind of entertainment, go, as long as you do not cause harm. La darara wa la dirar. Don't let the entertainment cause harm to you, and it may cause harm to others. The sister who loves to be active, you want to go for jogging, go. You want to go marathon, go. Hiking, go. You don't want to go outside, go inside. Inside, what kind of activities? What kind of activities inside? If you have the energy, you have good seminar, then you go for what? You go for aerobic. We just finished Arabic class. Arabic is just listen, sitting, concentrate, no movement. And then you go for aerobic. You go and jump, you want to jump. Islam never said you cannot entertain yourself, do. But as long as it do not cause harm to yourself and to others. The Prophet said, إِذَا أَرَادَ اللَّهُ بِعَبْدِهِ الْخَيْرِ. When Allah wills good for one of His servant, any one of us, He expedites His punishment in this life. You see, when Allah tests you in this life, it's because He loves you. He wants a better future for you. So, how He punishes us, maybe He makes us have pain here and pain there. Do we have a lot of pain, sisters? When you have pain, what happened to you? Yeah. Of course, you feel very uncomfortable. But when you have faith in Allah, every pain that Allah gives us is a cleansing, tahur, inshallah. The Prophet said, yeah, it's Allah's way of cleaning, yeah, our sin, forgiving our sin. By we have patience and then keep on making dua. You can make dua, Allahumma shafi la shifa'atun illa shifa. Oh Allah, you are the healer. And which one is more painful, brothers and sisters? Leg pain, head pain, ear pain, skin pain, bone pain, and heart pain. Which one more? Heart. That is more painful. When your heart is in pain, you cannot sleep. You got a headache, you can take Panadol, painkiller. You got heartache, what? If you drink anything, it may cause more harm. So, but there is a healer for the heart. Allah Rabbul Alameen said to us, وَنُنَزِّلُ مِنَ الْقُرْآنِ مَا هُوَ شِفَاء وَرَحْمَةُ لِلْمُؤْمِنِينَ. And Allah said, أَلَّا بِذِكْرِ اللَّهِ تَطْمَئِنُّ الْقُلُوبِ. By remembering Allah, read the Quran, you have peace. I think Ramadan, all of us feel more peaceful because everybody is busy reciting Quran. So you find some inner peace. Outside Ramadan, very hard to read Quran. Yeah, very hard. Now you have your smartphone with you, alhamdulillah. Quran, Quran, Quran. Alhamdulillah. Allah knows we have all these weaknesses. And when Allah's will, attribution for a servant of His, He retained His sin to judge him by them on the day of resurrection. If you do not want, then Allah will give you anything you want now, but you will have to be responsible about everything you do in the future. Normally, when we are not well, we become more closer to Allah. Even politician, when he is not well, he become more better and more closer to Allah. They have more time to Allah, for Allah. Multiplication of reward and elevation of status. It elevates us. It brings us to a next level. When an afflicted believer shows contentment, rida, his rewards are multiplied and his status, maqam, is raised up among the believers. So radiallahu anhu reported that Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, "Ajaban lil amri mu'min." He said, indeed amazing. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam is using this term, ajab, ajaib. Amazing is a believer's affairs. It is always for his good. And this merit is for no one except a believer. This feeling, yeah, only have in the heart of the believers. The non-believer cannot have this. They may have their own way to solve their problem, but a believer have a very unique character. If he or she is granted ease of living, yeah, goodness, khair, then he is thankful. He now take things for granted. The help that Allah gave you now, you make use of your help to serve Him more, to do more good things. You don't take help for granted. And you keep on taking all the right nutrition, yeah, to make sure that your health will continue, yeah, to prolong further and further. Alhamdulillah, I believe all of us take a lot of vitamins. Do we take a lot of vitamins, supplement, sisters? Do we have 5 tablets per day? Colorful tablet? Yeah. No. 2 tablets, alhamdulillah. One for dunya, one for akhirah. But if you have the mean and they say this is, yeah, confirmed, R&D has been done, that this is good for this is good for that, then why not you try? No problem. And the best thing in taking care of your health is to do what? To drink a lot of water. All the supplement also need water. Fiber is good, veggie is good, fruits is good, alhamdulillah. It's not that all these things have no vitamin, but because most of the food today have been commercialized, so the quality of all these good things have dropped. It's not intense anymore, so you need extra support. And that's why the vitamin come in. Purely. Vitamin C, the highest that you all have, yeah, taken. How many? How many the strength? 1,000. 1,000. Is that the highest in the market? Yeah. I heard there's one vitamin C, they make in a powder form, is 5,000. We all have cancer. We all have cancer in our body. Either you know how to control so that it won't be active, alhamdulillah. But I'm not saying that you should go for the highest doses, no. I'm saying if you know, why not you prepare a few examples. In case when you really need, you feel that your body is getting down and that your immunity is failing, then you boost it for a while. Last time our PM introduced one kind of vitamin C. Anything is proven there's some result, then you can do it. If he is granted ease of living, he show gratitude, thankful to Allah. He don't take things for granted. Now you are healthy, but if you don't take care of your health, then you can easily get sick. You have to take care of yourself. And that's why when you are not well, Allah do not want you to fast. Because if you keep on fasting when you're not well, you are going to cause more harm than good. And Allah have no intention to make our life difficult. He wants us to have a good life. And that's why when Allah called us to eat, what did He say? Kulu washrabu halalan tayyiba. Allah do not just stop at halal. He said halal and good food. You have extra money, invest in that. There's nothing wrong. It's not mumbazir. It's wise spending. Yeah. Be thankful when Allah gives you the ease of life, yeah? Good life. And this is best for you. And this is what the Prophet said. If you know how to be thankful to Allah, and Allah did say in the Quran, La in shakartum la azidannakum wa la in kafartum inna azabi la shadid. If you are thankful to Allah, Allah increase His blessing. But if you are not thankful, then you just have to wait for disaster to come. It's like a family. You have a family. Are you thankful with the family? You have a husband, are you thankful? You thankful, you take care. You have a body, are you thankful that you have a good body? Take care. Oh my skin is so dry. Alhamdulillah, there's so many cream outside there. You can cream your skin. Yeah, moisture it. Maybe you need that. Go take care of yourself, nothing wrong. It's allowed in Islam. Yeah. If you have good friend like here today, are you thankful to have a good friend around you? Maintain that relationship. Don't let anything come in between to destroy our relationship. Shaitan would like to create hatred among us. Don't entertain. Be thankful. It's best for you. You have the children with you now who are healthy, and keep on guiding them, help them, advise them, remind them before it's too late. And if he or she is afflicted with hardship, shar, the word that the Prophet used is shar. Iza asabathu sarra'u shakar. No, wa iza asabathu darra'u sabr faqana khairullah. And when he was tested with hardship, he had patience. He don't complain. He don't jump out and say, I want to die now. Alas, enough is enough. Allah have given us healthy life for 20 years. One day we are not well. We say, Khalas. Allah don't love me anymore. Astaghfirullah. We are not thankful to what Allah have given us. And what Allah says is so true. In kafartum, if you do not know how to appreciate, be thankful to what Allah has given you, Allah will take it back. You don't take care of your health will be gone. You don't take care of your friendship, your good friend will go. You don't take care of your Iman, the Iman will be gone. Everything will just leave you. But if you take good care of it, Alhamdulillah. And the Prophet ends by saying, by having patience, this is the best for you. But patient with knowledge, okay? Don't just patient, sabar. You are sakit, sabar. Eatlah medication. Go for medication. Do some exercise. Do some stretching. Do whatever you can when you can do. Move when you can move. True analysis. When you still can move, do you want to move? Or do you want to move? You just sit down. I just want to sleep all the time. There will come a time you will be sleeping all the time. Then you know, I don't want to be like that. When you are bedridden, call us. Nobody can do anything for you anymore. But when you are still able to move. And that's how Islam wants the Muslim, the believer, to do. Anything good, do it as soon as possible. Don't wait. Yeah. Fastabul khairat. Anything good, just do. According to Ibn al-Qayyim, one of the great scholars of Muslim, for a believer, an affliction is like medicine. This is the analogy that they come with. It removes from him diseases that were there to remain, that would destroy him or lower his status of Iman. Among all the pain and sickness and disease, the most important one, brothers and sisters, is focus in your Iman. Don't let your Iman become weak. I will share one ayah at the end about how to strengthen your Iman. Affliction attracts such diseases and prepare the believers for receiving full reward and a high status in the sight of Allah. Therefore, affliction and trial are required for a believer so as to achieve victory, honor, and well-being. Abu Hurairah reported that Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, مَا يُرِيدُ اللَّهُ بِهِ خَيْرًا يُصِبُ مِنْهُ. When Allah wills good, qadr, a good to a person, He subject him to adversity, to a trial, to a musibah. There's an ayah Allah is telling us about how to strengthen our Iman. To strengthen our Iman, number one, we have to develop the wala. I mentioned it last night. The wala is loyalty. And while you are having the wala, you must also have the al-bara. Free yourself from all the other attachment. I'll bring you one to one surah. Look at Surah Al-Anfal. Surah Al-Anfal, from verses 1, and then you continue to verses number 4. يسألونك عن الأنفال قل الأنفال لله ورسول فاتقوا الله وأصلحوا ذات بينكم وأطيعوا الله ورسوله إن كنتم مؤمنين. You have the ayah with you, Sister Anita? Surah Al-Anfal. You open Al-Anfal already? Any of the sisters want to share with me, recite this, the meaning of this ayah? Qadr, number 1. What is a windfall? Yeah, booties. Yeah, something the risky of Allah will come. Yeah. Surah Al-Anfal. إنما المؤمنون الذين إذا ذكر الله وجلت قلوبهم وإذا تليت عليهم آياته زادتهم إيمانا وعلى ربهم يتوكلون. Recite the meanings, sister. Now look at how to strengthen your Iman. Allah is telling us that the believers are those whose heart become full of fear with Allah when Allah's name is mentioned. They don't fear when people say, today we fear police, we fear the bad guy, we fear cockroaches and all these. Because we don't fear Allah enough. When you fear Allah more, then all these things become very minor. Children sometimes fear darkness. Children today. But they are not afraid when they go to nightclub. Because they have had so many people. When you have people around, but when you're alone, then you know. You want to try how strong your Iman is, try to go to stay in a house when nobody is there except you. Especially if it's a big house. Go and stay one night there. Of course, you experience many things. You're sure to experience because they have also other inhabitants. Allah is telling us that indeed the believers are those who heart, when Allah is being mentioned, they move, the heart start to move. The heart have feeling. And when ayat of Allah is being recited, even they themselves recited the ayat of Allah. Wajilat qulubuhum. And then, zadathum imanan wa ala rabbihim yatawakkalun. The iman increased immediately. When the ayah of Allah recited to them, their iman just increased. And how do you know your iman is increased? How do you know your iman have increased? Your tawakkul to Allah increased. You cannot say, I think iman okay, alhamdulillah. No. But then you have no tawakkul. Your tawakkul to Allah will grow immediately. It's like instant. No? When you have the right Iman, this is how it responds. And then Allah continue, الَّذِينَ يُقِيمُونَ الصَّلَاةَ وَمِمَّا رَزَقْنَاهُمْ يُنْفِقُونَ. Meaning, this is what Allah said. If you want to know whether your Iman is also strong, increase your prayer. Alhamdulillah, the quality of the prayer have increased. Now, we have a set of books about the prayer of the Prophet ﷺ, yeah, compiled by three famous scholars. Those who have that book, alhamdulillah, you can start to read. Those who don't have, you can just purchase it later on. Yeah, it helps you. We have a better understanding to know how the Prophet performed his prayer. No one can increase the quality of their prayer without following the Prophet ﷺ. Because when you come to prayer, the Prophet said, Sallu kama ra'aytumuni usalli. How do you establish your prayer? We have been praying. Ramadan, a lot of people are praying more at night. But what is the quality of the prayer? How do they discipline themselves when they perform the prayer in front of Allah? They stand in front of Allah. They stand in a jama'ah. Even the Imam said, straighten your row, stand close to each other. How do you feel, sister, who pray in other masjid? Is the saf straight? Is the saf close to each other? How do you feel? I don't like to pray in that environment at all. I prefer to go further, but I have a good environment. Or I choose to pray, this is sunnah prayer, to pray at home with my own family and follow the way of the Prophet. Because it's sunnah. I prepare to travel more than 5 kilometers as long as I follow the way of the Prophet. You must have that love, that quality. You value that kind of prayer. You don't just pray for the sake of praying. Yuqimuna salah mean not just pray. You establish your prayer in the way the Prophet wants you to pray. So that you feel good. And then, after you perform your prayer, you give the best, what do? وَمِمَّا رَزَقْنَاهُمْ يُنْفِقُونَ. All these are ways to increase your iman, to show yourself that I love Allah more. That's why I spend my time worshipping Him more and give Him the best. And then whatever Allah give me in the form of rizq, well, I am going to give back. This is all sign of iman. If you just receive and receive and receive, you are not ready to give and give. This is the sign of kufr ni'mah. But we don't understand. And Allah talk about these two group of people. One is Pharaoh, a politician. One is Haman, the one who accumulate wealth. And do not give up. You do not contribute to others. رَزَقْنَاهُمْ يُنْفِقُونَ. You remember the rizqi that Allah wants you to give is the rizqi that He gives you halalan tayyiban. Remember Allah, the Prophet said, Inna Allah tayyib la yaqbalu illa tayyib. Allah is good. He never accepts any kind of contribution that is not from the good income. The good income is your sweat. Yeah? Your sweat earn money and you are prepared to give. Normally, what do we give to our children as mother? Do we give them the best of what you have? Yes. Because you want them to be the best children. Anything you want to give for the sake of Allah, with the name of Allah, please make sure it is a good one. The bad one is something you don't even want for yourself. And you think something that you don't want for yourself, Allah will take it. No. Inna Allah tayyib la yaqbalu illa tayyib. And Allah ends in verses 4. Ulaika humul mu'minuna haqqan. Lahum darajatun inda rabbihim wa maghfirah wa rizqun karim. Allahu Akbar. Meaning, number 4. Allahu Akbar. Now Allah is telling you, who is the believer? He ended these few ayah earlier. These are the believer in truth. These are the true believer. Ulaika humul mu'minuna haqqa. These are the true believer. Who are they? They are those who, when the name of Allah been mentioned, the fear of Allah increase. The awareness of Allah increase in them. And when the words of Allah, the ayat of Allah recited by them, or they hear the recitation of the Quran, the Iman instantly move out. And the quality of the prayer is going to improve. Last time they just pray for themselves. Now they pray with the right intention. In a jama'ah with the right adab. You follow the Imam. You are not supposed to move before the Imam ended his takbir and so on. Everything they do the best because they know Allah is watching them. Allah is looking at you, looking at your movement. And Allah also is looking what is in your mind. And He is looking what is in your heart. 3 in 1. He is looking. And that's why when you pray and you look up and down, then you know where you are heading now. And Allah, the Prophet said, the best and the worst thief is those who steal when he was performing his prayer. And people say, how can you steal while you're praying? And now it's proven. When you make sujud, all your belonging gone. Sometime in under surah, the shaitan get braver and become more brave now. Last time you hardly see anybody dare to steal in the surah, especially the woman's area. You are a woman like to bring back, For the men, nothing they want to steal. You have bag and you put your bag in front. And they know you put your bag in front. And sometimes the one who enter, we don't know whether it's she or he. They wait for you to go in. They know takbir is going on, jama'ah prayer. And you make long sujud, alhamdulillah. For them, he just come and pick up your luggage. Or when you wake up, call us gone. This kind of people also is the worst people. You dare to even come and steal the property of a Muslim. And you call yourself a Muslim. Because only Muslim will dare to go to the musalla. And your intention to go to the musalla is to steal. And this is the kind of stealing where the hudud have to come after them. Now the CCTV is there, been arrested. What do you do with these people? You got to check their background. Why do you steal? Oh, because I want to buy drug. I'm a drug addict. And then you have to trace who is supplying this drug for you. You have to go to the roots. You'll be surprised that the one who is doing all this business are not small fish, big people. Protected. Something is very wrong in this system. We are not protecting ourselves and our children. And those who really love to steal, what do you do? Hudud said what? If you just hold back like that, then here gone. If you have more bags until here gone. See how many bags you want to carry. Because the property of the Muslim is sacred, halal, haram for anybody to take without their permission. Now, if you allow this thing to happen and no strong penalty is being reinforced, people are not afraid to go in and steal again. Allahu Akbar wa lillahi alhamd. Ulaika humul mu'minuna haqqa. Allah said they are the true believers. And whatever Allah give them, they are not stingy. They give back to Allah. They know that everything belongs to Allah. Min Allah wa ilallah turja'ul umur. What Allah said to them, lahum darajatun inda rabbihim. Number one, Allah will exalted grades on them, uplifted them to a next level. Number two, wa maghfirah. Allah forgive all their mistakes and their sins. And number three, wa rizqun karim. Allah will provide them with a better risk. Remember, the sustenance, the risk from Allah is not just dollars and cents. It's not just money. Good health is a risk. When your eye can see, Allahu Akbar, is a ni'mah. When your ear can hear, MashaAllah. All these are risk from Allah Rabbul Alameen. And good friend, a risk. Good neighbor, also a risk. Good children, risk. Good partner, risk. All these are risky. It's not just money, no. Now you're getting all the good knowledge. It's a risk for you all. Because you don't waste time learning things that do not benefit you. You are learning knowledge that benefit you. The Quran and the Sunnah is a risk. Allahu Akbar wa lillahi alhamd. If only we knew what Allah have given us, there's a lot of blessing. We are able to fast this Ramadan. Is that a risky? It's a risk. Because this month is so blessed that all that we do, the reward is multiplied by Allah Rabbul Alameen. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept our deeds, forgive all our sins, strengthen our belief in Qada and Qadr, and make us people who are thankful, grateful to Allah and contented with what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala have given us. And even if Allah tests us, make us have the patience and the wisdom, to move forward. Ameen. Now we open for Q&A. Fatafaddal. Any question from the sisters first? Faddal, sister. Pass the mic, please.
Assalamualaikum, Ustaz.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
From my understanding, our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam.
Again? Yeah, get close. The sound is there. You have to be close to your mouth.
From my understanding, our Prophet Muhammad
Sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Wait, sister. When anybody mention the name of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu, please don't forget to say Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. Okay, good.
He will say istighfar 70 to 100 times in a day. Is that correct? He will do istighfar.
Istighfar, okay.
Yeah, 70 to
To 100.
100 times a day. But I've also heard like other ustads saying that if we say a lot of istighfar in a day, will help to increase our risk. So if we do more than 100, is it still considered we comply or we don't comply with the sunnah?
For sunnah. Yeah, what the Prophet is talking about istighfar is the minimum istighfar. He himself, the Prophet, who have no sin, even if he have sinned, Allah have forgive his past and the future one. But he is telling us, he istighfar 70 to 100 per day. Now, who do that? Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu. Do you think we are better than him? When it comes to sin, he don't commit sin. We commit sin daily. Yeah, day sin, night sin. So of course, minimum we should maintain 70 to 100. You can make more istighfar, no problem. Zikir, they are fixed zikir. After prayer, you say astaghfirullah 3 times. But then after that, you can say it as many times as you like. Tasbih, subhanallah, alhamdulillah, 33, after prayer. But after that, when you are free, you want to say subhanallah, alhamdulillah, no problem. The Prophet did say, yeah, kalimatani khafifatan bil lisan, thaqilatan fil mizan. Subhanallah bihamdi, subhanallahil azim. 2 kalimat that is very light on your tongue, but very heavy in the weight, the scale of Allah Rabbul Alamin. Is subhanallah wa bihamdi, subhanallahil azim. But among all the askar, the zikr, the most powerful zikr is what? The most powerful zikr is what? Sayyidul Istighfar is the best way to ask Allah for forgiveness. Why you call Sayyidul Istighfar? Because in that Sayyidul Istighfar, we confess to Allah, Abu'u laka bi ni'matika alay wa abu'u bi zambi faghfirli fa innahu la yaghfiru dhunuba illa anta. Allah loves you who commit sin to admit to Allah. Because there's a lot of people who commit sin, they don't admit. They don't say, they don't accept. Who say I commit a sin? But Allah loves you to be humble. Say, I acknowledge your ni'mah. You see? He also said, oh Allah, I acknowledge your ni'mah, that whatever I have is from you. And I acknowledge my sin. And I know no one forgives sin except you. That is the Sayyidi Istighfar. Now, the most powerful zikr, where the Prophet said, is you gather what is in the heaven and the earth and put it on one scale, and you put another at the other scale, this one is heavier. What is the zikr? La ilaha illallah. Simple. Something I believe everybody have memorized it. Every Muslim cannot forget. But the most powerful zikr, La ilaha illallah. So when you are down, when your spirit is down, when your immunity is down, fear overcome you, don't forget this. La ilaha illallah. La ilaha illallah. The Malay like to use that kind of stuff. La ilaha illallah. La ilaha illallah. Maybe they train their heart. They're beating. Their heart is responding. It's okay, but you don't have to jump. Somebody is starting to get higher, they are motivated, then they start to move. Not the heart move, body start to move. And then they start jumping. And that is not right. And you must be under control. That one, because sometimes people think if you don't move, you get sleepy. You know. So last time when we are young, people always call us to read the Quran also keep on moving zikr, so you don't get sleepy. But there is no sunnah to move your body. There's no sunnah for that. Except you want to exercise your body, is okay. So you can read more than that, no problem.
Ustaz, the Saido Istighfar, do we say in the morning and evening only or
yes.
anytime?
Anytime you can say. Any form of istighfar is good to keep on saying. The only thing, there are certain times where the Prophet fixed, like after prayer, astaghfirullah 3 times, so 3 times. Then other time you can add, no problem. Now, sis, you want to ask something now? Walaikum salam wa
I
rahmatullah.
want to ask what signs of the signs is
Signs.
signs if Allah loves us.
There's a lot of signs. When Allah put us into a test, then there is one sign.
When we decided to hijrah,
Right. Hijrah.
sometimes we are facing some difficulties life. Or when jahil, everything seems
Yeah.
perfect.
Yeah. Why? Yeah. When you are not doing something to please Allah, the Satan work very hard to make you look like it's so easy. It's part of his activities to make you feel like that, so that you feel good and keep on doing the bad thing. But when Allah Rabbul Alameen want you to do something good, and there is so many challenges to make hijrah, like the sister said, change is not easy sometimes. But we are changing to be a better person. But what you will know is your ending. You will see your ending, you will leave behind a legacy. That your children, your good friend, and your grandchildren will appreciate what you have done. And this is more important than just now. وَالْآخِرَةُ خَيْرٌ مِنَ الْأُولَى وَالْآخِرَةُ خَيْرٌ وَأَبْقَى. Yeah, akhirah is always better than dunya. And also, akhirah is everlasting. Dunya, it never lasts. Today, people praise you because you have something that they can gain from you. After you don't have, they don't even want to see you anymore. And that's why you please Allah, Allah will be very happy with you. But when you please human, how long you can please them? After some time, they just don't like you anymore. But for Allah, anything you do for Allah, Allah value every single contribution, your sacrifice for Him. But that's normal. Don't worry, but get into good environment. They will help you. Good friend will support you. Yeah. Now, next.
Assalamualaikum Ustaz.
Walaikum salam warahmatullahi.
Somebody sent a video about the late that Hassan
Video.
Video
Okay.
about the late that Hassan Din
Allahumma gfirlahu warhamhu. Now.
mentioned in his, I think it was a Tazkirah he was giving, last one, said that you're not supposed to say Allah Ta'ala. This Ta'ala, I don't understand that. It was very adamant and he was very, about the word Ta'ala. So I don't understand. You can explain why?
What he have ended, by reminding the student who attended his class that we have been doing something very wrong by adding the word ta'ala when we give salam. Is very true. This Islamic greeting taught by Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So the Prophet said, when you give salam, you just say Assalamu alaikum, the shortest, or Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah, the middle one, or the longest, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. That's all. This is based on authentic hadith. But later on, we see and we heard, especially the khatib of Jum'ah. A lot of new khatib, when they give salam before he want to start his khutbah, sisters are not in the masjid for Jum'ah. Jum'ah, the imam will just go up to the member, give salam first, and then he will sit, then azan. When the azan, then after azan, he will stand up and give the sermon. Now, majority of the latest khatib give this salam. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. And this is what he meant. This addition ta'ala is wrong. Not taught by Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. The same that when you make tahiyat, when you pray, at-tahiyyatul mubarakatus salawatul tayyibatu lillah. Example, Assalamu alayka ayuhan nabiyyu wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Don't wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. You cannot do that. And there are more. The same go to Sayyidina. You shouldn't add. It's not from Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Ta'ala is one of the attributes of Allah, Al-Aliyun, the Most High. Meaning is good. There's nothing wrong with the meaning, but to put it into the salam is not from the Sunnah. Yeah? Because if you add Ta'ala, other people can add more. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa ajalla. And then people add more. And then somebody will come again. Another addition with the word, the name of Allah. This is not correct. No one knows how to offer an Islamic greeting better than Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. May Allah bless his soul. And the soul of all the people who passed away before us. Ameen. Now, outside that. Not in the form of salam, not in the form of when you're making the salawat and the tahiyat while you're performing the prayer, because all this recitation is fixed by Allah and the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. But when you come to general, when you say Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, you can. Because this is part of Allah's attribute. You can quote, no problem. You can say Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Allahu ta'ala, no problem. No, only when you're giving salam, because salam is fixed. The tahiyat is fixed in the prayer. That's why I'm saying, I'll give you an example. Astaghfirullah, with the first sister asking. Can I recite Astaghfirullah al-azim allazi la ilaha illa huwal hayyul qayyum wa atubu ilayh? Can I recite that istighfar? Is that the istighfar always recited by majority of the Muslim after prayer? Yeah, that is what we recited. Majority of the masjid after salam, Astaghfirullah al-azim allazi la ilaha illa huwal hayyul qayyum wa atubu. This was the recitation. Is that correct? Is that correct? Now, istighfar, Astaghfirullah al-azim. Astaghfirullah al-azim allazi la ilaha illa huwal hayyul qayyum wa atubu. Is correct. But the one that the Prophet fixed after prayer, astaghfirullah only. The one that the Prophet you see on your left, yeah, the azkar after salah, fardu. The Prophet only said astaghfirullah 3 times after fardu prayer. If you want to say astaghfirullah al-azim, other than after the prayer, do, no problem. But now we just do anything we want to do without following the Prophet's way. After salat fardu, the wirid of astaghfirullah is only astaghfirullah. Don't add azim, because it's not a sunnah. But you want to say azim after that, and now you're sitting astaghfirullah azim, and no problem. No problem. You know, is that correct for us to say Ali karamallahu wajha? Is that correct? Come on. Can we say Ali karamallahu wajha? Can we say Ali waliyullah? Come on. Yes. The Prophet sometimes called Ali karamallahu wajha. Ali waliyullah. Nothing wrong. But you don't put this word into azan and iqamah. And this is where the other group of Muslim used to do. We just said, Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah, Ashhadu anna Muhammad Rasulullah. Then hayya ala salah already. But they add, after Muhammad, they add, wa ashhadu anna Ali waliyullah. And iqamah, also they add, Allahumma ashhadu an la ilaha illallah, ashhadu anna Muhammad Rasulullah. To us, hayya ala salah. To them, Allahumma ashhadu an la ilaha illallah, ashhadu Muhammad wa ashhadu anna Ali waliyullah akramallahu wajha. Is good, is correct. He got that title from Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, but you cannot apply it into iqamah or azan. Understand? Eh? Last question. Brothers, have any question? Alhamdulillah. Last.
Assalamualaikum, Ustaz.
Assalamu warahmatullah.
All these additions, it just came to my mind about the dua after azan.
Dua after azan.
Yes. Is there any additions to that? Because I remember before I used to hear it was very short. And after that, is it an added thing, longer and longer dua?
Which one that we know that the Prophet taught us that we have been reciting? Do you remember? Da'wati tamma was-salatil qa'imah ati Muhammadanil wasilata wal fadila wa ba'asu aziwat darajah. Yeah, now we don't follow. Just follow what the Prophet taught us. Enough. Yeah, just do what the Prophet wants us to do. That is what happened, yeah, to the early nation. They keep on changing, plus, minus. Now they forgot the original teaching of Moses and Jesus. And also it's happening to the Ummah. I know. That is why we must take our own initiative. My children, I send them to normal school because I know if I send them to a religious school, they will learn a lot of things that is not useful for them. So religious matter, we take the initiative. They want to go to school for dunya, and then go to any school, get the best of the dunya, but then come to akhirah, we give, because the school also have their religious program. Pardon?
I still learning about
Yeah. No problem. Whatever you learn, pass it down. Share it. That is the best thing. I always say to my children, but he said, Papa, you know, you say it like this, but the school say it like this, and I'm going to sit for the exam. If I don't answer it correctly, then I will fail. My religious subject is always fail. I said to him, when you go to the school, when the Q&A for exam, you just have to respond according to what the school have taught you. That is for your school. That is for your exam. This is for your living, for your amal. So remember, that is for school, this is for real life. Reality, this is what you do. That's how I educate my children. I don't want them to get confused. If I say, no, you must answer like this, you are sure to fail. And then the son will come back. You see, I always fail in my agama class. And then they say, who is your father? Your father Ustad. How can your father Ustad also make you fail? Don't put pressure on them. This is for your school, okay? This is for your daily practice. Follow the sunnah of the Prophet. Follow the way of the Prophet. May Allah make it easy for all of us. Don't underestimate what you have learned, sister. The little you have learned, the true teaching, pass it down. Don't be shy. And if you want more, you can even bring your children along. Like every night we have our qiyam here. Have you made qiyam with us before? Semayang Taraweh here. Try one of the night. Bring the children so that they experience. There's a lot of children here too. So you expose them. You know, slowly, bit by bit, they will pick up the good thing. But you have to bring them to a better environment. And when we have a camp for children, send them. Because we reinforce all these values. And may Allah make our children righteous children. Amin. Ya Rabbil Alameen. And forgive all our sins. Don't forget to pray for the Muslims, wherever they are, especially in Sri Lanka, in Kashmir, in Syria, in Palestine, and anyone that you are aware of. Yeah? China. Yeah. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته